Hey everyone, how you doing? It's Craig Campbell from Pastor Craig's Vintage Cards, and here we go again with part nine of the NFL hybrid set, making our way still through the B's, and looking forward to this. Got a lot of interesting cards to go through here today, and we're going to start off by looking at this John Brodie Pro Action card, and just a really cool card. Let me zoom in on a little bit more. There we go. John Brodie, Pro Action. He's in the 49ers Hall of Fame. I really think he should be in the NFL Hall of Fame. Just a great player. His rookie card is a 1961 Fleer. He had cards issued every year except 1964, and his last card is a 1973. He was the third pick in the 57 draft by the 49ers. Played with the 49ers from 57 to 73. He was MVP of the NFL in 1970. And he was a multiple Pro Bowler, led the leagues many times in various statistical categories. He played in 201 games, starting 158. He threw for over 31,000 yards during his career. And again, like I mentioned last time with one of the quarterbacks, I think it was Zeke Brakowski, but Brodie, as good as he was, he threw for 214 touchdowns, but had 224 interceptions. Just a different time of playing football for sure. Again, he's in the 49ers Hall of Fame. His number 12 has been retired. I remember John more as a broadcaster. He was the number one announcer team for NBC, and as a matter of fact, he covered the Super Bowl in 1979. And also, John was a senior PGA Tour player. He actually won one of the tournaments, and he finished in the top 10 12 different times. He was a heck of a golfer on that senior PGA Tour. John had a stroke in 2000 and really rendered speech difficult, and he died fairly recently, I think, within the last year. So John Brodie, just a great player. I think he's deserving to be in the Hall of Fame, but that's my opinion. And here we go. Aaron Brown. We're going to go on a run here of Browns. a lot of Browns in the NFL, which really challenged me in my alphabetical pursuit. Aaron was pretty easy, starting his name off with double A, but that was pretty easy. Anyways, this is Aaron Brown, and this is his only card. It's his rookie card, obviously his only card. He was a defensive end, and he was selected by the Chiefs in 1966 with the 6th pick, so he was drafted pretty high. Played with the Chiefs from 66 to 72, and then with the Packers from 73 to 74. I do not remember that at all. His biggest disappointment was not being active for Super Bowl I when the Chiefs played the Packers and lost. But he did play in Super Bowl IV for the Chiefs against the Vikings when they won. He played in 88 games in his career, starting 61, and he had 1 interception and 7 fumble recoveries in his career. And Aaron died in November of 1997 when he was struck by a car as he was walking home. Quite a sad way to die. He was hit by a car as he was walking home. Bill Brown, running back with the Minnesota Vikings. I remember Bill. He was entered the Vikings Ring of Honor in 2004. His rookie card was a 1964 Philadelphia. His last card was a 1973 Topps. He was drafted in 1961 by the Bears in the 2nd round out of Illinois and was traded to the Vikings, and he played for the Vikings from 62 to 74. He was a Pro Bowl pick 4 times as a Pro Bowler. He played in 3 Super Bowls. Didn't win any of them, but played in 3 Super Bowls. He suited up in 194 games, starting 114, and he had 9,000 yards from scrimmage and 75 touchdowns. He was a pretty darn good ball player. I remember that. Bill died in November of 2018 from dementia. It doesn't say if CTE, chronic trauma to the head, was a problem, but I would not doubt it. Now here we go with Bob Brown. And I have 4 Bob Browns, 4 different Bob Browns, so we had to sort them out. And I believe I put them in there based on the age. I'm pretty sure the oldest first. Bob Brown, he's in the NFL Hall of Fame right here. This guy here was a heck of a player. Hall of Famer in 2004. His rookie card was 1966 Philly, and he had cards in 67 all the way to 73. And he was a second overall pick out of Nebraska by the Philadelphia Eagles in 1964. He was a great, great college football player. He played for the Eagles from 64 to 68. Then the Rams had him from 69 to 70. And he finished up his career with the Raiders in 71 to 73. He was a 5-time first-team All-Pro. 5 times. He was a 4-time second-team All-Pro. I mean, so 9 years he was either first-team or second-team All-Pro. He was on the all-1960s decade team. He played in 126 games, starting 124. And during those last 3 seasons, and I kind of remember him those last 3 years, he teamed up with Jim Otto, Art Shell, and Gene Upshaw. 4 guys in the NFL Hall of Fame on that offensive line. Bob died in June of 2023. I mean, he was a heck of a player. I remember him. He was just, man, he would maul people. Now this guy here, Bob Brown, this is his rookie card with the Green Bay Packers. He had cards also issued in 74, 75, and 77. He was drafted by the 49ers in 1964. That's correct. 1964, and his rookie card was not until 73. And he joined the Packers in 1966. Played with Green Bay through the 73 season, playing in Super Bowls 1 and 2. And he was a defensive tackle and defensive end, and he was named to the Pro Bowl in 72. Then Bob played for the Chargers in 74, the Bengals in 75 and 76. Bob Brown, heck of a defensive player. And, Super Bowl 1 and 2 with the Packers. This guy here, Bob Brown, he went by Robert Brown, but they had Bob Brown. That's his rookie card and his only card. And he was drafted out of Alcorn A&M in 1966. He was a 3-year letterman down there. And he played in the CFL in 1966. He had 44 catches. And he came back to the NFL. He was on the Cardinals taxi squad, today's modern practice squad, in 67 and 68. He served in the U.S. Army Reserves. Thank you for your service, Bob, in 1967. And then he saw action in 69-70 with the Cardinals. Got traded to the Vikings in 71. And then he was traded to the Saints. And he played there from 72 to 73. Bob was released by the Saints, and he went to the World Football League. Played in 74 and 75 until the league folded during the 75 season. Bob suited up in 53 NFL games, starting 15, with 28 catches and 1 touchdown for his career. Bob Brown. This guy here, Larry Brown, I don't know, boy, he was a heck of a player. Running back for the Redskins. His rookie cards in 1970. He had cards issued in 71 through 76. He was drafted out of Kansas State in 1969 with the 191st pick. He played with the Redskins from 69 to 76. He was a 4-time Pro Bowl selection. Led the NFL in rushing in 1970. And he was the NFL MVP, the NFC Player of the Year in 1972. Wow. What a great year that was for him. He was tough. Larry was deaf in the right ear from birth. I remember hearing about that. I remember reading about that as a kid. There was a book. But yeah, Larry was deaf in his right ear from birth, and he was a tough runner. He was kind of like John Brockington, but Larry Brown was a very tough runner. He was a very good receiving running back, and his career was cut short due to a lot of injuries. But Larry Brown was a great player. Suited up in 102 games, started 84, had over 8,300 all-purpose yards with 55 touchdowns. Again, Larry Brown, kind of like John Brockington, but Larry, if he could have stayed healthy, probably would have been a Hall of Famer. This guy is a Hall of Famer. I love that card there. Willie Brown, Hall of Fame 1984. His rookie cards in 1965. And he had cards issued from 70 then to 75. Willie was undrafted, but signed with the Broncos in 63. He played with the Broncos from 63 to 66. Then he came to the Raiders, and he made a name for himself from 67 to 78. I mean, man, was he ever a good player. He was a defensive captain for the Raiders for 10 out of his 12 years. He was named to 3 All-AFL teams, 5 All-NFL teams, and he had 3 interceptions for touchdowns in the playoffs. All of them came against Hall of Fame quarterbacks, which is pretty amazing. He had 3 interceptions in the playoffs in his career. They all went back for touchdowns. Tarkenton, Bob Greasy, and Terry Bradshaw. That's a pretty good record to have. He retired after the 1978 season. He led the Raiders with 39 interceptions. He had 54 interceptions for his career, 39 with the Raiders. And he played in 204 games. That's a lot of games. 185 he started. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer, and he deserves that. He was ranked number 50 all time. And he was credited really with being the first defensive back to use the bump and run technique. And then Willie was a defensive back coach for the Raiders for quite a while, from 1979 to 1988, winning 2 Super Bowls. Willie Brown, just a great player, and I love that card. I just like the blue and the red with the silver and black. Just a great looking card. And then we're going to finish up here with Don Brum. Don Brum. This is his last card. His rookie card was in 1969. It was his only other card that he had. He was drafted by the Cardinals in 63 with the number 13 pick out of Purdue, the Boilermakers. And he was the first team All-American at Purdue. He played with the Cardinals from 63 to 69. Then with the Eagles from 70 to 71. Came back to the Cardinals in 72. Played in 111 games starting in 84. He ended up with 9 fumble recoveries and 2 touchdowns during his NFL career. All right, guys, there we go. Lots of good players on there. Willie Brown, Hall of Famer, and Bob Brown, Hall of Famer. You know, and I'm just going to make my petition. I think John Brodie should be in the Hall of Fame, but you know what? I don't have a vote. But guys, I hope you enjoyed taking a look at these cards. I love putting this set together. So many of these cards are from my childhood, and I am really happy to share them with you guys. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm trying to make them a little bit shorter, and just a lot of cards, a lot of good stuff to talk about with these 9 cards. So enjoy the hobby, guys. Keep on collecting, and we will talk soon.